Go.
Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here, and welcome to some Fortnite with Skade.
Welcome.
Hello.
Ready up?
The party's on Phil, just so everyone know.
Yeah, but there's only 4 of us right now
Oh,
for
yeah.
Rumble, so it won't fill anybody else in.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to.
Well, it'll hold 16 on Rumble. Just a heads up.
Yeah, but yes, but there's only 4 of us in a squad. You aren't gonna hear the voices of the other 12
No, you guys are playing
people, 'cause
squads.
they're
I thought
different.
you were playing. Rumble. I
No.
apologize.
We are playing. Oh my god, we are playing Rumble, but Rumble is made up of several different squads. All 4 of us fill one squad. You're not gonna hear the voices of the other 12 people in the 16 platoon of the Rumble.
Hey, bud.
You're not hearing them.
Bud, you gotta calm down.
I don't know how else to explain it. There's
Sorry,
4
I
of
did
us.
not know that. I thought if it was on fill, it just would fill. So I didn't realize it would fill if you had.
If there was
more or less, I didn't realize that 4 it would not fill, but at 5 it would fill. So I did not know.
Okay, so if there was 3 of us and we had it on fill, then yeah, some other random guy would join in with us for Rumbles. If we had a party of 5, right? So you had 4 in one squad and then 1 in the other squad. Then yeah, 3 people would fill that one too. But there's 4 of us that maxes out the thing. There's not another squad of us playing in Rumble right now. So there is no way for anybody to join our thing here, and we're not going to hear anybody. So we're not playing. Anyway.
Did they add proximity chat to Fortnite yet?
I don't know.
Oh. I can see that being fun.
Did they add what?
Yeah.
Proximity chat in Fortnite would not be toxic at all. No one would yell at anyone.
That's coming in the fall.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it'll be creative only.
When we get more people in our party, we'll definitely need to make sure it's on no fill, because then other people will join. But for now, it doesn't matter if it's on full fill.
Oh, Blue, did you see I got rank 10 in GPO?
Can you not do that, please, mod?
I did, and now all you need is XP. You are so close to being level 50, it's insane. I think you might hit level 50 before I hit 49, and I'm... Hold on. Let's see how close I am.
I'm at 160.
Oh, wow. That's really good, Wookie. I'm at 20.6 million. I need to get to 25, so...
I have really bad latency to the game right now. This is bad. What earth is happening?
This last 4.5 million is just crawling for me right now.
Oh wow, I don't normally have 12 ping.
Do you guys just get a bad server?
No, I got a good server. They got a bad server.
Oops. Aren't you in the same house right now, though? When you get the same server?
I'm
we're not talking
about
that. We're talking about Fortnite server.
What do you have to get?
I accidentally did, and I accidentally just kept it on NA West, and
yeah,
Evan's having more lag than he usually has.
Oh god, this is horrible.
What's best against Dragonite? And
The Gardevoir. Fairy. Huh. I wonder... You know those Xfinity people that were working on that thing the other day, Blue?
Yeah.
I don't normally get, like, 12 ping. I wonder if whatever they did improved it significantly, because I usually get, like, 50 on the server.
Well, it'd be nice. I won't complain, that's for sure.
also getting no game audio. This is really annoying.
Did your computer settings change when you lubricated your keys?
Yeah, very funny.
Evan, why do you not have a car?
What do you mean? That was my car. Oh, you mean like the custom one? I don't know. I don't play this game.
You should. It's really fun.
Are the Cybertrucks in yet?
Not yet, but they're
Oh my god, they are
Oh,
not
wow.
adding Cybertrucks to this game.
Yes, they
3
are.
days
We
away.
see them in our town
It's already in
all
the
the
game.
time. Yesterday we
Oh
saw
my
a red one.
God.
We saw a red Cybertruck.
They're technically already in the game.
I saw a Cybertruck the other day. It was all black.
We've seen a black one. We've seen a red one. We've seen the normal one.
They're just
Some guy
trying to-
put like graffiti on his.
This is like the
People are
greatest.
People are so mad that they added it, but I think it just looks cool, and I think you can separate someone's work from the
Then I saw
person.
one that was wrapped up in a political
it doesn't-
thing.
It
I'm
doesn't
leaving
really
it at that.
matter. It doesn't matter, but it's like the cleverest like marketing campaign ever, and it is gonna socialize kids into thinking
I
like.
personally think they're ugly. They're
I
ugly
think they
to
look
me.
cool.
Nin likes them, and I don't. I think they look ugly. We're like
You know
on
what,
two
though?
different spectrums of them.
I
We
have
see
a-
them. We see them almost every day. We see it so
I have
often,
a-
and I'm like, ugh, it's so ugly. Cybertrucks.
I have a very nuanced opinion on Cybertruck. I don't really mind the appearance of them that much. My problem with them is the functionality of them. They're dreadful. For starters,
what do
You like them, Dragon? You and Nin.
I have a question. What
Can
do
Evan
you call
finish
a
their
group
thought? Jeez.
What do you call a group of Cybertrucks together?
I
Trash.
don't know. I was
We
literally,
call.
like,
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
yeah, so anyways, I was trying to say, like, for instance, like, the entire point of the Cybertruck is to be really heavy duty, but it ends up literally just serving as, like, a glorified tank. Like, people have tried to, like, literally use a buzzsaw on the door, and you literally cannot get into it. If you have an accident in that thing, and you're literally trapped inside, no firefighter is getting you out of that thing.
I don't think people are thinking that the like IRL one is good. But you can like the Fortnite one and not like the IRL one.
Maybe they paid for their own thing.
I'm sure it looks cool in Fortnite, and I'm sure it's great to be able to ride it in Fortnite. But yeah, like it's a functionally terrible vehicle in real life, but people go, "Whoa, but it's got bulletproof windows."
Sure, it looks cool,
but why
it's
do you
fun.
need that? I mean, if you're
But-
American, I guess. But why else does anyone else need that?
Okay, here's the thing. It looks cool, but it functions horrible. That's all of Elon's inventions.
And honestly, and some people would disagree on the looks cool part too. I think it looks fine.
Me, I don't think it looks
ugly
cool. I
cars.
personally don't
But
find them appeasing at all. Just sorry.
It's not. I don't think it looks appealing, but I also don't think it's like ugly, right? I'm kind of like very much in the middle on it. But it's like, see, here's the thing. People are bragging like, haha, bro, my truck is bulletproof. It's like, oh wow, like you're literally bragging about the fact that a fire engine is not going to be able to break into that thing. Like, if you literally... Like, the entire point of cars is they're not supposed to be heavy duty, right? Because, one, it makes them easier to drive because they're lighter. And two, it's also because if the worst happens, and perhaps you have, like, you fall unconscious behind the wheel, and the car's shape and frame gets broken, and they can't get to you, it's supposed to be easy to break open, so that if you have an accident, the emergency services can easily cut the doors, or whatever else is in their way, and get to you. So driving around in a giant shell that literally shelters you from everything is like the worst thing.
Yeah,
And the fact that like
especially
it relies
considering
on
the fact that they have a giant lithium-ion battery pack in the thing that can catch on fire.
I've said this hundreds of times and I'll say it again, electric cars are just not the future. They're just not. Like I get why people want them. I'm not judging anybody who switches to them. They do have a place. But they are not the solution to our problems, and they are going to create more problems in just different ways, in my opinion. And I think that
I feel like electric
just,
cars
I don't know.
could
I don't like how
at some
corporatized it is
point take pets on, but we're just not ready. It's like the technology's too young.
Yeah.
The
final-
hybrid is where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hybrid is a good idea. Honestly though, like for me, like my biggest, and then I'll finally start my spiel on Tesla. My biggest issue with Tesla is how everything is supported by the app. So like they literally like you have to like software update your car, otherwise you can't use it. That is the most ridiculous thing ever. So
But the
could
other
just- and they
cars,
won't.
like the other cars, like that basic, but I don't know if this is a thing in other countries, but in the U.S., there's this like other network like that the other brands use, and like the support of it is terrible.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I mean,
well, not only
the thing is the charging and all that. The charging and all that. Tesla has the better connector, so now companies are starting to. Tesla was nice enough to open up their connector to anyone, so that others use it because it's a good design. How to charge.
I just think it's like I think it's very dystopian that like a private company could say, "Oh, you don't have the you're using an outdated car from 10 years ago. You need the latest software update, and we do not support that old model, so you can't drive it anymore. Sorry." Like that's what the power of that has. Like if you have like a Tesla Model S from 2012, who's to say that in 5 years they go, "Oh, sorry, we're not supporting those cars anymore." So if you have a Tesla Model S, it's useless. You need to buy another one. That's the problem. Like I don't like how privatized and this isn't just Tesla, by the way. I know a lot of other companies are doing this too.
I feel
I just don't like.
The reality of it though is, unless laws are passed, I feel like that's just gonna be the future.
I feel like
it's already illegal for them to do that.
I was wondering the same thing.
There's consumer rights.
You know BMW.
Unless there's like we get more consumer rights protection laws, that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but you know BMW. They had
care a whole lot more about car owners than they do about smartphone
BMW
users.
had a heated seat subscription. Oven.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard. Yeah, you have to get a heated seat subscription.
They gave up on that.
Yeah, good. As they should. That is the most dystopian thing I've ever heard in my life. Ooh, heated seats. They work unless you pay for this thing. Like, wow. I don't know. It's consumer rights are very delicate, and I think that these companies are trying to push as hard as they can to contradict them. And we could see if we have the wrong people in charge, we could see that these consumer rights get violated or completely removed from kind of these countries, and that could mean more powerlessness.
Yeah, but yeah, and then BMW got all angry when people were jailbreaking the BMWs for some reason.
Good, as I would too. If you, how dare you tell me I have to pay for a subscription to use a heated seat that comes with the car? Like that is ridiculous. And that is literally just like, I don't like how the world is becoming more and more based on subscription. Like we really have massive issues. Like it feels like they're trying to put
I absolutely despise that too. Yeah.
I remember, like, when you wanted to buy software, you bought it for a high price once, and you had it forever. As long as you had your account, you had that software forever. Now you have to pay. I can't find a single piece of modern-day software that you actually could use that doesn't require some kind of subscription. Microsoft Office, subscription. Photoshop, subscription. Like, where's just the
for Adobe, you don't have to have a subscription if you know what
you're doing. Oh,
doing.
do you not for Adobe? Oh, I for some reason heard that you did.
No,
okay.
But
right.
if you know what you're doing, I'll leave it at that.
Oh, right. So that. Well, yeah, that's just everything though, Mod. That's literally just movies. That's just literally everything on the internet. So.
I think.
Yeah.
I think honestly, some subscriptions are perfectly fine, but only when they're like, optional completely.
Here's the thing. When you're taking up
and it's actually a genuinely better deal for the user when it's a subscription.
If you're
it depends on what it is.
Same side of host. If you're taking up cloud computing resources or whatever, I agree. Then yeah, I should have a subscription. But like, say if it's something on the cloud, yeah, that's subscription based. It's a cloud.
Yeah, there's certain things where they make sense. Like for example,
yeah,
I agree.
Where it doesn't make sense is, you have to subscribe to use your TV, or you have to subscribe to use this that you already own. The
other problem I have with subscription services as well is, although they do have a place, the other thing is you don't know at any point when they're going to raise the prices at a ridiculous level. Like, the entire point of subscription services for, say, like media, right, like Netflix, was they were a cheaper and better alternative to buying DVDs. Like, it was literally, it worked out at a better cost, and it was cheaper than cable. Nowadays, it costs more than cable originally did to buy all the major streaming services. So you're not actually getting anything back because they raised the price over time. Yeah, they did.
Cable here is like almost like $300. It's really cable is very expensive here. If you could buy all the streaming services and still be saving like half over cable here, but I'm sure it must be different there.
Yeah.
Evan, what about capital subscription?
I don't know. But yeah, like it's like I don't know. That's the other problem with subscriptions. Is they can raise the prices at any time, which means you can get a worse deal than you originally were promised.
Companies will literally do anything. They will bend, manipulate, warp our rights unless there's laws to protect them. That's just the reality.
I think there needs to be some kind of law that bans surge pricing and just changing people's subscription prices without
we need consumer protection.
There are laws that do
prices.
that, but the thing is, nobody's actually held liable. It's just a classic doing business.
Yeah.
It's a fine.
That's
gonna
literally
reach a
that's the entire
point.
problem.
I mean, I'd argue it's already at a point where a lot of people, there's people now that refuse to use subscription services because they don't want to pay a subscription.
Yeah, there's kind of the entire problem with it is that like I agree there needs to be some kind of law against surge like pricing as well, because it definitely it's kind of like akin to bait and switch. Like you can be literally like sued or you can be taken to court for offering a lower price and last minute switching it, and it's kind of a similar practice in my opinion. So it's hard though. Like I don't know. It just feels like as the world progresses, we're becoming more and more privatized and monopolized, and everything's behind a privatized company now. Ooh, you want this fancy new discount at the supermarket? You're gonna have to buy this. You're gonna have to sign up to this app and earn these points. And when you earn those points, you'll get a discount. Like, it's just so weird to me. Like, I get that people like that. I get that it works for a lot of people. I just think it's really creepy and weird. Like,
Well, that's because everything's data driven.
If the government did that, everybody would be like, "What the hell?" But when private companies that control the entire world's economy do it, nobody bats an eyelid. It's just weird.
I think personally the worst streaming services are the kind where you still have to pay for the product, but then you have to rent like for say a movie, and you have to buy it or rent it.
Yeah, that one.
Like it'd be like if on like Prime Video or whatever they call it, you actually had to buy Amazon Prime just to be able to buy a movie, you know?
Absolutely. Like, it's just... Yeah, I agree. That's definitely one of the worst things to do as well.
Evan, are you a pirate? Arr, matey. Get the joke? Piracy?
Yeah, you're very funny.
Team USA should be up soon enough, I think. In the Olympic parade. You know where the Summer Olympics are held next? Evan?
Yeah, California, 2028.
America, brother!
Evan, don't forget the radio.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
It's always Evan.
I know, always waiting on a man. Hi, Owlie. Yeah.
What?
So,
I don't know.
how are you? What? How are you all doing today, anyway?
Good.
Good.
Excellent.
How big of a boat was going to be needed for the USA? My God.
The Olympics, like, it's gonna be a hard. It's gonna be hard for every country that owns them.
Los Angeles can handle it, and Vegas would be able to handle it also, because all the infrastructure's already there.
Isn't Utah the winter one?
Yeah, Utah has a winter.
I feel like nobody really cares about the winter one, which is kind of sad.
Oh,
but...
I honestly, I agree with you. Like, I never really pay attention to it either. I think unless you like, I think it depends on the country. I think like we don't care about them because, like, let's be honest, like, what winter sport is England really doing, or what winter sport is America really doing? It's very niche. I think there are some countries. Yeah, I think in like other countries where you've got like a lot more like for example, I imagine like in Switzerland, the Winter Olympics is a much bigger deal because they've got skiing, they've got snowboarding, you know, they've got all the main events and they're really equipped for it.
Yeah, it's generally like the more and more northern countries like have more winter sports.
Yeah, which countries
did a really good job with it, though. Atlanta did a good job in '96 with the regular Olympics.
Well, Atlanta nowadays would suck at it.
Oh, it'd be horrible now, but back in the day it was great.
Yeah, the biggest problem with the Olympics is it's just so big now. Like, the problem is as well, like most countries that are offered to do it, they literally can't handle it because they don't have the infrastructure to support the tourists and all the athletes. They don't have the economy.
So much money.
Yeah, they don't have the economy.
And then all the waste left afterward, all the venues being unused. I know London. I know London was able to repurpose the venues.
We've been able to turn.
That's what Atlanta did too. They repurposed the venues basically. Like Olympic Park is now just Olympic Park, like a normal Olympic Park.
We had the money to do that, but honestly, the areas that used to be like home to like the Olympics in England, they still cost so much money to maintain. I've swam in the pool that they use, like in the Olympics. I've swam there like a couple of times. It's really, really cool. But it costs so much to maintain. And see, we're a first world Western country. We have the money for it. But like Brazil's economy is not doing well because of the Olympics. Like, I think it had a major economic downturn because of the cost of hosting the Olympics in Rio in 2016. It's very intense. But yeah, I think Los Angeles will do a great job with the Olympics. I've
actually heard that, like, regarding the Olympics and increasing travel, it actually does the opposite. So let's see, how am I on your boat?
It does. Actually, Olympics brings a ton of money, and while it costs a lot to get it set up,
I'm talking after the Olympics.
I think it brings in a ton of money temporarily, but in the long term, I think it causes it for most countries. It ends up becoming a negative money because, say, okay, tourists. You're going to get a huge spike of tourists during that time. But then after, you might get a lower amount of tourists because everybody just went there for the Olympics. So, like, what do you do next summer when there's, like, nobody there? Because everybody was like, well, I just went there last year. Why would I go again this year?
Well, this is the thing,
that's
right?
why you have to be able to use those areas again for other things. Like in Atlanta, they became actual like sports complexes.
No, I'm meaning just tourists specifically, like people who travel just to see the games. Why would they go to that country again?
Nobody
like,
is revisiting Athens to revisit the Olympic area where it was in Athens in 2004. Nobody cares about that. Yes, you'll have the odd person who goes, "Oh, cool, we should go there. That was where the Olympics
I would go to
was."
Athens
Like-
just to be. I wouldn't go there because they held the
go
Olympics.
there.
I would go there
Right,
as just a normal tourist. But that's why you have to refurbish those things. Like in Atlanta, they did that. They refurbished everything they built for the Olympics. They afterwards turned into just normal everyday places.
But
Not
we're
that
meaning,
people pay to go see. Not that people pay to
But
go.
not
I'm
every-
going to Atlanta just to see that.
what we're
It's
meaning
just
is
like
like,
it's kids stadiums now, things like that.
Yeah.
what we're meaning is that like traveling wise, we're not talking about like specifically the Olympic, like, you know, coliseums and stuff. Like
Yeah,
we're
but-
just
and
meaning
also-
like people in the, at least in the years following an Olympic game at a country, tourism is down because people
Yeah.
already visited that country.
It's
Right,
also,
but
and
it
also
wouldn't
not
be
only-
something you would ever expect. I think countries that host the Olympics, like for instance, when
They-
Atlanta hosted it, they were not expecting the next year to have a surge in people. It was like a one-time thing. And
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
they're
people in Atlanta, what they did, they rented their houses out. Like people,
Yeah,
they literally most of Atlanta left
God.
Atlanta so
Oh,
that
God.
they could accommodate all the tourists that came
Yeah, they
in by
weren't
renting out their
expecting it.
houses.
Listen,
And then the next year, everything was back to normal.
Dude, they weren't expecting a
LA's gonna
surge,
be-
obviously, but they also weren't expecting that they actually got less tourists the next year.
But Blue, LA's gonna be a Airbnb hellhole.
Can you imagine the Airbnbs?
Oh
I would rent out
God.
my house. Hell yeah, I would go away for a
Also,
week.
The
Oh, that would have been
here's-
awesome.
Here's the other thing though, and this is kind of the main thing I was also getting at is, there are some countries that will repurpose these villages and they can do that, but that still costs a lot of money. It cost us millions in order to repurpose the London pool into a functional thing people could use, and not
Also-
everybody's going there. But also, here's the other thing:
They're
We
not
have, again,
making like Olympic specific
To me,
like,
it's insane
buildings anymore,
that
by
they
the way.
literally would build entire venues, like literally from scratch, just for the Olympic Games.
That's what
people-
Utah and Atlanta
it
did.
costs- you have to make it just costs so much money. Like I've
Costs
already
a lot, but the
discussed.
money they bring in during those
Brazil-
few weeks should pay for
Yeah.
all of it, and also pay for the refurbishing of it to be turned into something that now the city just has these really great coliseums. and stuff.
Brazil is, like I said, Rio, not so much Brazil itself, but Rio is way worse off because of
What
the
did they do with
Olympics.
the money that brought in? I guess it's kind of like you have to know this money coming in has a purpose,
Well-
and then not spend
well,
it
it's-
frivolously,
well, the
and then
money is-
put
It's
it
also
right back
not
in
like the
your
money just goes directly to the like.
It's not going all into
It's
yeah.
going to like, you know, vendors and
businesses,
stuff.
things like exactly. So yeah, from my understanding, and I didn't go to the Atlanta one, but I have a lot of family that did. And from my understanding, like the small businesses and stuff, they make a killing during this. But it's
Yeah,
kind of
they-
like I see it like a
they
tourist season
do
where
for a
you
bit.
have to save the whole rest of the year, knowing, I got this one big month coming or whatever. Only with the Olympics, it's
I was just
like
saying-
a one.
But,
It's a one-off. It's like
I
a
was just-
whoa,
It's
that
a-
was insane, and
Yeah,
then
but
next
it's
year you're back
just-
to normal.
But next year isn't back to normal because less people are going to that place because they were just there. You know?
You don't come to the Olympics unless you are literally following like a particular
Yeah,
athlete or like your particular country. So these people, chances are, would never have come to Atlanta, Georgia anyway. Like a lot of people go, because the Olympians themselves are very limited. Like I think they're given like 10 passes
Yeah,
per
they-
event. And then just to like go to them is incredibly expensive. So
See,
most
there's
people
a lot
don't.
of-
Most people that go to the Olympic Village and they go to that stuff, it is usually
All
family
was,
members.
All I was getting at, like I said, is that unless you're a country with a lot of money, even though yes, you do make a lot of money off of the Olympics in that first year, it costs so much money to maintain the buildings that they make,
still
and it
need,
actually,
even though you're making something that's gonna make money, you still need money to make the thing in the first place.
well, it's
I mean, in Paris, I know for Paris they had, I think they're using a pool that they can remove or whatever, an inside pool.
Pictures come back down. I know in Atlanta, like half of the stuff went away. Like it was literally built for the Olympics, and then it was broken, and then it was removed.
Well, but one of the things in Paris, I think,
They don't
it's
build.
already inside a stadium that was already existing. They just put a pool inside it, inside it,
Should-
and take it down.
I know Atlanta started
should
prepping
mention-
like 5 years before. Like literally started building like 5 years before.
I should mention that they don't build those places anymore. They don't build Olympic-specific buildings and stuff. They use the
Oh, wow.
existing infrastructure. If
Also,
it's
when
there.
a lot of the
That's how they
standards aren't
should-
like
That's
universal,
definitely
like
a more
a lot of US like meters like and stuff are different, or like like our swimming pool sizes are a little different than Olympics. Oh, so they just like adjust them or something?
Like all I was trying to say is like like in a lot of countries that don't have the money, like the Olympics actually does worse for their economy overall because of the cost of having to maintain.
I had no idea that.
The other problem as well is a lot of countries, like I've already talked about, they don't.
You're
have
saying
the,
when you say a lot, I take it you mean majority of countries, not just like one or two have had a hard time.
I would
a lot
say
to me means like majority. So
I don't know about majority. I don't have the numbers. I'm just saying there's been plenty of examples where
Give me the
countries
numbers,
have
Evan.
not benefited in the way we would think it would.
I
for
wouldn't
the
even
Olympics.
think it'd be 50-50. So that's why when you say a lot,
No,
that's why it makes my brain defaults a lot to
lot.
majority, and
A lot
majority means like 80-20
I
kind of
think-
thing.
Regardless, I think it says a lot that they had to give the two cities that wanted the Olympics to they gave the first one this year and then they gave the second one next in 2028.
And the thing
Are
with
they like
venues,
planned out though, like 10 years ahead though?
and the thing with venues,
No.
people.
Well, we knew the Atlanta one was 10 years ahead. There was literal t-shirt. I had a t-shirt as like a
They
very
start
kid.
they start preparing 10 years ahead, but that's because that's when they choose, like they're like, let's do an
No.
Olympic here.
That
Yep.
can't be.
They don't
Alright.
they don't
No, they get picked.
they decide it like maybe 4 years ahead.
They get
is that way.
No, Blue is right. They do. The country gets picked like years, like literally like 10 years. I think it is. I don't know the exact number. We knew that Paris was coming, like literally like after the.
I knew
London
Atlanta was
Olympics.
coming since I was a little kid. Like
Yeah, it is in like a cycle, but like I think.
Oh,
saying,
it's
like,
7 to 11 years. I just looked it up. 7 to 11 years.
But see, here's the thing. It's like another reason why cities don't want to host the Olympics or why they don't benefit from it is because a lot of cities are not equipped to handle the like. But here's the thing: most like countries, they are doing the Olympics at the capital of that country, and if that
Not
capital
every
doesn't have
country
the
has
like,
the
it-
economy to do it. Like poor
Not every-
countries can't do
not
it.
every country has the economy. There are
Okay,
some
so-
countries that are doing. There are some countries that are doing well, but they don't have the public transportation networks to handle the influx of.
But that's why
tourism.
they had
It
7
was-
years to prepare. At least that's what Atlanta was told. They had 7 years
Yeah,
to prepare.
okay.
Yeah,
Or however
the
many years it
decision
was.
the decision was made in 2017, and there hasn't been another deciding thing for the Summer Olympics.
Can I say?
You have plenty of years to
Yeah, Mark,
decide,
go
but
ahead.
you then.
Oh,
But if your
okay.
country. Yeah. Sorry,
But,
sorry.
but the Super Bowl gets a lot of people build a stadium just thinking of the Super Bowl now.
Keep in mind,
even if it's 20
very
even if
few.
it's 20 years old, they will tear down a stadium to think it's Super Bowl.
I know that's at least. How many years? Because I know it's at least minimally 2 years. How far did you say?
For the Super Bowl.
I know.
Yeah, because when Arizona hosted it, we knew years ahead.
I know
don't
very
how many
few
years, but what I'm saying is stadiums. The cities will tear down stadiums and make it. Cities will make stadiums for people. They would literally tear down existing stadiums that are good condition after 20 years and build new ones just to get Super Bowl.
Just for the Super Bowl. Yep, because of the money that
So-
brings in too.
The
Yeah,
other
so
problem-
the decision for cities was made in 2017. I don't think that they've made a new one yet for future ones. But regardless, it does say a lot though that they
I don't
decided
mean to
2028
rudely
at the same time.
interrupt this whole big conversation, but I just wanted to bring up because Aoi was interested in pictures of my computer after my case swap. I actually posted those. They're in the Tech Hardware channel. So if you want to see those Aoi, they're in there.
The other thing as well, the other problem as well with the Olympics is that the Olympic Committee takes a huge percentage of the profits. So even if that country thrives or does really well from the influx of money made, the Olympic Committee takes a massive chunk of the money. So the country that is that's hosted it doesn't really get to reap much of the rewards of the profit made from it. And although 7 years or 11 years is quite a lot of time, if you're a country that doesn't have the best public transportation system, you've got 7 years to convince your government to literally change the entire fabric of public transportation for one event. It's not as simple as that.
They get like bids. So like they will say, this is what we can do. This is because I know a lot about the Atlanta one specifically, just because I used to live there then.
I've seen it.
I've been on Schwartz Radio.
I'm ready to.
I know they bid for it. Like, I know all of that. I'm just saying that, like, it's not as simple as 7 years, boom, we can literally handle like millions of tourists for this one like thing, and we have no public transportation, but boom, we'll get it. Like,
and that would be why they got 7 years to get their stuff together. So
and it's right, but in 7 years, are you going to convince all of America to add more public transportation in Colorado if they were to host the Olympics there?
It's not. That's not how America works, though. That would be that would literally just be Colorado that would do that. And yes, in Atlanta, I believe that was part of it. So
I will say that they're gonna struggle to find a location in 2032, and for any future Olympics, basically.
Countries want it though. It brings attention to
they
their
don't
country.
want it anymore, Blue.
They don't want it anymore. They haven't wanted it in years. Like, literally, that's
okay. Then things have changed rapidly since I think the Utah one was the last one I really watched heavily.
They used to
because it brings usually positive attention to your country, and it makes people that have never known what your area even looks like or is about. Oh my gosh, that was really cool. You know,
even up until recently, yes, every single country in the world was desperate to host the Olympics. They literally all wanted it. It brought attention. It brought in tourism. It was
why are we doing LA?
Then,
like
awesome.
if it's not a thing, the U.S. isn't one to do things unless they are gonna benefit from it. So,
well, I don't know. There's just several reasons. Like I said, there are some countries, including Brazil, that literally suffered from having the Olympics. The Olympic Committee takes a lot of the profit. There's other things going on. There's plenty of like articles and things that explain the true reasons why. But like, I'm telling you.
There's a slew of YouTube videos that are like, why doesn't any city want to host the Olympics anymore?
Yeah,
there's like whole articles and everything based about it. There's like things that are just saying that that cities don't want to host it because one, it's very expensive to even get it started.
The Olympics is also bigger now. Like it's grown like so.
It's hard to have that many people in one city.
What do you mean by it's grown per se? Just curious.
Like,
because
there's more people participating, more people spectating. Like it's literally like the Olympics now is bigger than the 1970s Olympics.
Not to mention that you have to accommodate for every single one of their games, which is nearly impossible for 95% of 99% of cities to do.
Bigger problems than not being able to host the Olympics.
Who even cares? Like
let's put it in Rome, Georgia.
I would say up until recently, yes, the Olympics was the thing, and every country wants it, and I remember like that was it. But like up until recently, like nowadays, no country wants it anymore. Like there are some that will take it on, like Paris is taking it on, France is taking it on, America is taking it on. But yeah, most of them are trying to back away.
Well, usually they don't go to your country and say, we can't find anyone to host. Do you mind hosting it? Usually you have to bid for it. So why would anyone even put their name in the hat as one that maybe might get selected if it's so...
Last time there was only 2 cities who put their name in the hat, and they both got selected because there was only 2 cities, and they were afraid that nobody was going to put it in.
Why did LA do it then? That's crazy. Is it? You think the Olympics are just going to end? It sounds like this is just going to end.
I think they're
if it's as bad as I've been saying, I'm surprised this is even continuing to go. Like, should it just end, I guess?
Either they're going to find a city to host it permanently at, or it's probably just going to end.
Honestly, Vegas would be...
It's really sad because the core of it, I feel, is so awesome, and it takes it... In the U.S., we're big on pro athlete, pro this, pro that, pro this, pro football player, pro baseball player, and the Olympics does not allow that. So to me, it's always great that these kids, like, actually... get a chance to like be a star at something and have a dream, you know, at something.
It's a lot of
and,
it also.
and
I think
yet,
realistically-
without wanting to go pro, like commercial
Yeah,
pro.
a
You
lot
know?
of it is just cost related. Like it costs like literally $10 billion nowadays to host like the Olympics and get it all set
think-
up.
Just-
with the
I'm
preparation.
just
think
getting the
realistically-
sense that just the entire like Western world or the developed world is kind of overall kind of on a downward spiral, because if you think back to just 50 years ago, we made these huge achievements, and now we're like landing on the moon and stuff, and now we're like and now we're like just it's like now in the future we can't even host the Olympics anymore. Like
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's going to
It's
trickle down.
the skate Olympics is free. It's
Yeah.
just been a ton of like my time,
Yeah.
Jake's times, Rin's time,
I
a little bit
think-
Evan's time. So you guys should all come to the skate Olympics. So we've been working really, really hard on ours.
I think they need to-
What's going to happen, and it's all going to trickle down to us eventually. Just give it more time.
I think what they need to do is they should have a normal person's Olympics where it's just literally just everyday people
That's what the
compete.
Olympics used to be.
No. I think they should have an Olympics, like an event where it's just everyday people just compete against each other, and then you have the people who are quote unquote not pros but are pros and whatever. And then you should have like actual pros. But I think realistically, pros should always be allowed because it should be about the best person, not about who's not a pro versus who is a pro.
It's a real shame because the Olympics
It's just
honestly
nice
isn't-
though for college kids to have a chance, like, and that's usually it's just college kids.
for me it's just it
Or
is
university
disappointing
kids.
But it
because,
shouldn't be about people get a chance to do it. It should be about who's literally the best in the world.
Yeah, I think see, but this is the other problem as well. Is the Olympics has had so much corruption in it. Like, there's been so many like doping scandals as well. Like, there's just so much going on. Like, the Olympics at one point, and it had been for a long time.
Yeah, but
and
I
it
have a joke.
wasn't-
Ma, don't
Okay,
interrupt.
Mom, just tell
That's
a joke.
dope.
Oh my god.
Amazing. The Olympics, for the longest time really was like one of the most coveted and like well-respected events in the world. And yeah, and I'd probably say the last 12 years, the Olympics like reputation and the kind of like the desire for countries to host it, I think has really fallen off. I'd say like the last time that countries really wanted to host it was after the Beijing Olympics in 2008. I think that's the last time where countries were like, all in on it, and I think since then it's been kind of like, ooh, the Olympics. I don't think we're gonna bid this time. Sorry.
When they saw what happened in
but,
Brazil.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like, I was constantly trying to bring up, like, literally, like Brazil literally suffered as a result of the Olympics because, like, the economic cost of hosting it and maintaining the facilities killed them. But like, I couldn't really get that point across, and again, I know it's very economically beneficial and has been for other countries, but for Brazil, they literally suffered because of it, and it really messed up the Rio economy. Like, it was not good for them. Like, there are some countries that have benefited from it and will benefit from
I
it.
can't help but wonder if
Brazil-
they just didn't like plan well or understand the costs, or you know what I mean. Like,
I wonder if it's corruption at all.
It's
No,
it's
they
probably
understand the cost.
kinda
It's just
wonder-
that it's a growing cost. The more events that the Olympic Committee adds, the more and more expensive
more areas
it
to
is
accommodate.
just to even host it. Like,
If we
you
had the
really
19
volunteer to host something you can't do, and that's why you usually have to. It's not even just a bid; like you have to prove that you can do this.
Please.
So
Yeah,
it
but-
sounds like they should have never had been selected, is what it sounds like.
which city?
Rio, I think Blue's saying Rio.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like there's a lot, but I don't know. Rio's the only one that keeps getting brought up, so I'm gonna say Rio. But I don't know. Like maybe they just bit off more than they could chew. Maybe they didn't plan well. I do like
Well,
that
if
you
it's-
should have to use your existing infrastructures. I think that would cut so
London
much of the
is,
cost.
They already
Yeah.
do that. I'm
Okay,
just
well they
Yeah,
used to not do that, so I'm glad to hear they do that.
France is coming down on the boat now. I think America will be next.
regardless,
London,
they're not gonna.
Oh, America's.
They're gonna struggle
Yeah.
to get people to get a city for 2032.
London did a pretty good job with their with like the way we planned it. We had the infrastructure, we had everything, and London still didn't do that great from it. And again, Like, it costs so much ludicrously high amounts of money to maintain the Olympic Village, like the Olympic pool, basically, and have it used as, like, a public facility. Like, it's... Again, and we're a rich country. We aren't like Brazil. We actually have a lot of money, and it's still tanked us. Like, I think a lot of it is, like, we really don't realize how bad the cost is, and then it's like, then you get messed around by, like, taxpayers, you get messed around by, like, investors, you get messed around by the Olympic Committee, like... I don't think it's as simple as, let's sign up for this. Oh, we signed up. Oh, this is too hard. Oh no, now our economy is failing. I think there's literally so much more that goes on in, with it. And I think that is what ends up biting these countries in the butt. I don't know about other countries. I've heard that it's affected other countries, but Brazil is like the most recent and most like serious example where it really backfired for them. Why they signed up for it, I don't know. But again, they add more events. There's more events now than there were even in 2012.
I don't know
like,
much about Brazil, but to me it just sounds like a country that isn't really the best, like doesn't have the best economy, should bit off more than they can chew.
Yeah, it's if you were to bring if we went back to like 1970 and we like used their Olympics, every country in the world could probably host it because it's dirt cheap. But again, nowadays the facilities we use, the technology we're using, the attendees, the extra sports that have been added, all of it just makes the cost of hosting it so much higher now. So it's not, I don't know, it's not as simple, and it sounds like there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like with the Olympic Committee, that mess it up as well. Which is a shame, because again, it used to literally be like the thing to host if you were a country. You were very lucky if you got to have the privilege of hosting the Olympics. But
I feel like it's just because of a lot of other just issues going on in the world, like with just the global economy and stuff, or maybe that was the killing blow. I don't know.
It's also politics. Like again, like it's like the way that London and like the people who run England might choose to do things is different from how Brazil would do it, from how Tokyo would do it, from how all these other countries would do it. So it's pretty like.
But look at my profile picture. If you click on me, look at my profile banner and the pop-up, SpongeBob pop-up. Isn't it cool? The Sonic.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Sonic is riding Knuckles to the sky.
Hi, Victory Man.
Well, I mean, Sonic is riding Knuckles to the sky, in my opinion. America is gonna win.
1970s marked a turning point, writes economist Andrew Zimbalist, author of 3 books about the Olympic economics. The games were growing rapidly, with the number of Summer Olympics participants almost doubling. 76 in Montreal came to symbolize the fiscal risks proposal. The projected cost of 124 million was billions below the actual cost. There's more. So a lot of it also comes down to the projected cost of hosting it always end up being way off. So when we sign up for a pretty good deal with like the cost, we realize, oh my god, this is going to cost like way more than everybody thought. That sort of happened quite a lot. I'm trying to find other countries that have suffered from this.
You also have to realize that with the growing requirements to host the Olympics, that just leaves more cities that just can't host it, which is also a decreasing market, Like, you have to have the perfect want the Olympics and to actually be able to host it.
Here's an interesting number. So the profits generated from the Olympics is nowhere near the cost. So, here's an example. So in Beijing's 2008 Summer Olympics, they generated $3.6 billion in revenue, compared with over $40 billion in costs. So they literally didn't even they didn't even break even, basically. 2002 Salt Lake City Games had a short-term boost of 7,000 additional jobs. That was a short-term one. Yeah, it seems a bit sort of wish-washy. There are some kind of situations where it seems like there's undeniable benefits from it, but like there are some where it's like, wow, like this actually really tanks the kind of like GDP of the country. Like every single country in the last, every country that's
there.
Oh, nice job. Every country that's hosted them since 1988 has not managed to make it under budget, so all of them have been over budget. So Calgary's Winter Olympics was 65% over budget, Albertville's Winter Olympics was 137% over budget, Atlanta were 151% over budget, Nagano, 2.2 billion, 56% over budget. Yeah, every single Olympics since 1988 has been over budget. The only country that was not over budget by that much was Beijing and Rio and Pyeongchang, and they were both 2% over budget. It was still a lot.
Hey Evan, look in voice chat 1. Look at Sonic flying.
I
Isn't
see
that
him,
cool?
very impressive. I can do one more, or two more maybe. Yeah. It just looks like
probably I could do 1 or 2 more. Same, probably 2 more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the problem as well. It's the cost and the profit is not really proportionate, which also makes it a factor as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, are you prepared to lose a lot of money doing
Yeah.
cultural kind of stuff?
Where's Chris Coin? I want Chris Coin.
He died, I told
now.
you.
He's dead.
He's gonna be he'll resurrect from the dead soon, don't worry.
You know what country I think
got
would
a
do
potion for him, I made it in my cauldron.
We know what country I'd like to see host the Olympics that I think will be really cool, and I think they do a great job of, is Egypt. I think Cairo would be the city to host the Olympics in. Like, they actually are a huge city, and they have the infrastructure to support the Olympics, and they've got a really good economy. I think Egypt would be brilliant for the Olympics.
You know what? Where I would host the Olympics? I would put it in Alaska, or North Korea, or the middle of nowhere in the U.S.
Okay, yeah.
Come on.
Cool.
I would put it somewhere inconvenient or where it's not possible to do.
Of course you would, because you're you.
On top of a mountain somewhere.
You know how skewed my perception is though of Egypt. When I literally until recently thought like everywhere in Egypt was like basically just remote villages, and the only way you could get to them was like dirt paths. And I looked at like what Cairo looks like, and Cairo is literally a mega city. Like, it's bigger than like London and New York. Like, it literally has more people than New York and is bigger than New York. I was like, oh.
Thank you, Allie, for saying that. Me too, bestie. Me too. Like, I thought the same. So
I think
Blue and Chelsea, make sure you're ready up.
Except when you get near the Nile
mess.
River, then
New
it
York
gets
City.
green.
I just read it up. Sorry.
New York City hosting the Olympics. Oh gosh.
this is just a picture of Cairo.
Ooh, imagine if NYC hosted the Olympics.
Like, I literally couldn't believe it when I saw it. I literally thought Egypt was just sand as well. Like, I'm there with both of you. I was like, there's no way Egypt is that big. Like,
I wonder if Dubai could host the Olympics.
Dubai would do a good job, actually. Like, I know not everybody would want to go to Dubai because of their culture is very different there, but I actually think Dubai would be good. They've got so much money. They could literally build the Olympics in the Olympic villages.
They could pay for it themselves.
They are wasting so much money on projects that they wouldn't care about not making any money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're wasting. Yep, that's literally Cairo, Ali. Cairo is one of the biggest cities in the world. Like, it's literally classed as a mega city because it is so big.
But Evan.
Yeah.
Evan, New York City Olympics, that'd be a mess.
Yep.
Dang, Bo, that is an OG emote right there. Dang, did you guys see that?
Blue has my all-time favorite emote. I gifted it to her.
Yeah, and I've never once used it, Mod. Sorry.
I used it at my birthday.
That's true. Only for your birthday. You'll get me to use it once a year for you.
There you go.
Cairo has 7 million people that live in it.
They actually have, according to the 2024 one, they actually have 22 million people living in it. Maybe that's like the metropolitan area. Because, like, in London, it says they've got more than they really do. Like, apparently 14 million people live in London, but I feel like it's lower.
Tired.
Yeah, it's insane. Cairo has more.
Google just says 9.5 million, so I don't know where you're getting the 22 million from.
There's let me look at the thing.
I'm going to make an Evanism.
Granted, Google is very unreliable right now with their crappy AI, so there's that.
What do you mean the AI help is so good?
Okay, this is the like source I was using. Got that one on? Has it got Cairo on it? I think it does. Yeah.
Bye.
See ya, Victory!
Bye.
Because right now I'm at my parents' house. They have computer.
Good. Have a safe trip back home.
You too.
This is the one I got. They have. I've rounded it up, so it's actually 22.5 million, but that's how many they have. It's on that one. I got it. Yeah, in 2017, Cairo had 9 million, but in 2024, it's now more than 20 million. World Population Review says the same thing. This one. What else? This
Taco?
one.
Why is my when did Taco Bell open up again? I want Taco Bell to reopen.
Right? I don't know what's going on in Egypt. It's
Why is it
insane.
closed?
They tore it down to rebuild it. As it was 30 years old. It's still the original.
We no longer have a Mod's Pizza, by the way. I think I told you that.
Yeah. Madi left.
I think like Egypt is doing really well because of like the fact that they are a like major like trading power.
And they also have the Suez Canal, which the entire world needs for sea transportation.
Yeah, Egypt is a very, very significant region in the world. Like they're huge because of that. They're definitely like a first world Islamic nation, I would say.
Yeah.
It's very impressive how much they have there. Yeah, they've got more people in Cairo than they have in New York City, which I just find crazy.
I'm not sure how accurate that is.
I mean, I've given 3 sources that show that there's more people. On this one, New York is 20. Okay, they're actually really close. New York has 22 million, and then which one? And Cairo has 22.5 million. They're probably rounding up those. It's probably like 22.4812 million or whatever. What is it that Egypt relies on for their economy, though? That's what I want to know. Like, how do they get such impressive cities so quickly? There's no way these were around, like, even 30,
I wouldn't
40
be surprised if the Suez Canal is at least part of that.
It'll be part of it, but they'll probably... See, Africa is chock full of natural resources, so I assume that's where they're getting a lot of it.
Yeah.
Depends mainly on agriculture, media, petroleum... Yeah, there you go. Petroleum, natural gas. Think of the region. Like, that's where, like, every
and the Middle
world
East
Islamic...
has oil, a lot of oil.
Every, like, first world Islamic nation that, like, has or is around, like, natural gas or oil is a very developed country. It's why Dubai is developed so fast. Like, Dubai was literally just basically just a desert on a map, like, 40 years ago, and it's now literally one of the biggest cities in the world, and it's a gorgeous city. It's because they got so much oil to, like, trade with and sell.
Yeah.
It's also why Qatar has grown so quickly. Like, Qatar has one of the fastest growing economies in the world right now, because they literally got lucky and they found a giant export of natural gas, like literally like in their territory of the sea that they occupy. So Qatar literally was able to just sell all of that, and their nation has developed at a rapid pace. They also like expanded with Qatar Airlines. They also they own a large percentage of the Greater London area. They own, I think, 25% of London. So yeah, without Qatar, London falls.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently. Yeah, Qatar own like a lot of Canary Wharf, which is like the major
I didn't know
business
sovereign
sector.
countries can own another part of another sovereign country.
Yeah, I think the way they own it is because they're the ones who constructed these buildings and they like bought them or whatever. I don't really know the exact parameters of it, but yeah, Qatar have a percentage of London, and they own a lot of Canary Wharf, which is like the main like business sector of London. Yeah. Yeah, it's impressive.
So, I think the 20.5 million comes from Greater Cairo, and then you just have the main Cairo, which has like 10, depending on how big
That would
you
make more sense.
you classify Cairo as.
Yeah, that would make sense because I also had said earlier, like, they say London's population is like 14 million, but I'd say it's smaller. So I think that one is also saying Greater London area as well. So that would make sense, yeah. So it won't be like Cairo itself, but it will be the surrounding area, which is still impressive though. Like Cairo is still classed by like urbanists as a megacity, which is crazy.
Yeah. You also have to really consider that New York is just very, very dense. Like,
oh, of course it is. Yeah.
if it's so many people in just such a small section, it's crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Like, pretty much every like first world country has a megacity. I think Paris is a megacity. Tokyo's definitely a megacity. They're one of the biggest
I'd
cities.
say Canada has Vancouver.
I think they're a megacity too. Yeah.
Or
China
close
has
to
the
it.
most.
If not,
China has the
Ontario's
most,
bigger. Ontario's really big.
Let me see. I'm curious now. So, is there any on Canada? Hang on.
What are like the criteria like that for a city? Like, what's the criteria for a city to be considered a megacity?
It needs to have a population of more than 10 million people, basically.
Like, that's all.
Yeah. So the biggest. I don't know what the biggest megacity is, but China have the most megacities of any country in the world. I think they have 5 megacities, I want to say, but China have the advantage of having literally like 1.5 billion people. So. Like in that one country, so it makes perfect sense. And a lot of that country like is not really habitable, so they all kind of have to be in the same area. So
yeah.
That's how they get so many cities. India have megacities. I think India have 3, I want to say. I know Delhi's one of them. Chennai? You know that?
How many does the US have?
How many megacities? So Los Angeles is one of them. New York City is one of them. You also have, I think you have one other. I think you have 3. Oh no, you don't. You have 2. Yeah, New York City and Los Angeles are your guys' megacities. China has Zhengzhou, Xi'an, Xiamen, Wuhan. They have Tianjin. They have Shenzhen. They have Shanghai. They have Beijing. Wow, they've got more than I thought. They have, how many do they have? Like 12? Jesus.
Yeah, they have like a billion population.
I mean, that says a lot about
yeah.
China's population.
Oh yeah, it does.
How many does Canada have?
Canada doesn't have any megacities, I don't think. I'm not seeing any. Nope, they don't have any megacities.
So Ontario's not even one? Dang.
Oh, well, Canada only has 30 million people, and and Canada is the second biggest country on the planet, so
yeah, they're worse. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, China's a really big country too. I think they are the 3rd biggest country in the world, like behind Russia and Canada. But I think that, but again, like China, the reason why they have so many megacities is because there's a huge area of China that you can't really put a large population into because of the like arid nature of the country. So most of the areas you can live in China have already been taken, and that's where the megacities form from. Seoul, South Korea, Brazil have 2 megacities. They have Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. India have, I think, 5 actually. Mumbai. Oh, Moscow is one of the megacities. That's a Russian one. Peru has a megacity. Okay, didn't know that. Lima is theirs. I'm assuming that's the capital of Peru. Capital, yeah. Lahore is the capital of Pakistan. They've got 14 million. Wow. Congo. Okay, wow. The Congo has a megacity. A literal African nation has that. They have 15 million people and their city is Kinshasa. Vietnam has one. Bangladesh has one. Yeah, most of these are, belong to Asia, which makes sense. World is bigger than we thought. But yeah, anyway, in summary, I think that Egypt should be the next host of the event.
Would their climate even be capable of being able to host it though?
I'm assuming you're talking the Summer Olympics, not the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, winter would probably be way more fitting of that
We're
state though.
segueing back into Olympics. Wow.
I suppose it probably does snow in Egypt.
I mean, they're like, aren't they like right next to a big desert though?
Yeah, but it does snow in the Middle East though. Like even in those really hot deserts, it does snow there. Like that actually does happen. In fact,
Really? I mean, yeah, like in the Middle East, but not like, you know, where Africa is located typically.
It snows in the Sinai Mountains in Egypt. That's it. It doesn't really snow anywhere else in Egypt.
I actually heard that at one point, like a long time ago in Earth's history, the Sahara Desert didn't used to be a desert. But,
I think it used to be an ocean, didn't it? Or like a mountain range?
I think it used to be like a more like either temperate or tropical climate, but it wasn't a desert. It was like maybe like a grassland or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it changes a lot. Yeah, it wouldn't be. Egypt would not be the place to go for snow, but yeah, it does snow in like the Middle East quite a lot. In fact, the two biggest deserts on the planet are not the Sahara. It's actually Antarctica and the Arctic. They're the two biggest deserts.
I mean, we don't think of it as a desert, but it technically is a desert because it doesn't like rain there, or there's snow there.
Well, that's because the definition of a desert is no person.
It's a cold desert, but not a hot desert.
So I would argue that snow counts as that because it is just rain, but in ice form.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Powder.
It is low perspiration, as you say, but yeah, I don't know. It is a weird definition. It caught me off guard in a trivia thing.
Well, I believe for a desert to be a desert, there has to be little precipitation. I think that includes snow as well.
Yeah, that's what. Is it? I'm actually curious now. And why is Antarctica a desert? Sees very little rain or snowfall. Oh wow! Okay, well there you go. That's why Antarctica literally doesn't get much snowfall, even though it's literally the coldest, snowiest region on Earth.
That's why I said precipitation, because that also is like rain and snow are considered precipitation.
Yeah. I didn't know it didn't snow a lot in Antarctica. That's really interesting, and I didn't know that snowfall being low had to count as one of the things. Interesting. It's crazy. No worries, Bo. Have a good time.
See you, Bo.
Shows how little we know about the world, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We have so much to learn as a species. Always be on the forward trajectory towards knowledge, wherever it may take you. No knowledge is useless. None. Not even telling me the bagel you ate today is useless information. I just love this, the immediate silence that ensued after I said that. It's great. Alright, we're doing one more?
Yeah, I'll load up real quick. Tired. What skin is that, Nan? Is that a new skin?
It's Magneto.
What's Magneto?
Oh, he's a superhero.
Oh,
well,
is it a new one though?
anti-hero.
Like, is it like a this season kind of skin, or is that old skin?
It is in the battle pass.
Oh, I'm only on 80, so I'm not all the way at the end yet.
You guys need to get the what's it called? The Fortnite crew before like July 31st.
Can you set an alarm and remind me on like July 30th?
Good try.
Okay, thanks. Or tell Riley too.
Then ready up.
Who? Me? I did already.
No, Evan.
Evan, ready up! Time's a
I
wasting.
have.
Doesn't seem like it.
I want to get to the one that Volky had on last week because it was
I'll be
like
right.
really cool. But it's like I think you have to get like level 50, 150 to get it or something like that. I like the one you have now too, Volky. You got all the good ones. Oh, Volky's muted. Sorry.
Yeah, it's this is part of that.
Okay.
One of my, like the ones I like. It's, cold
I love it. It's very, very blue. When did this black ship get here?
What ship?
Couple of them. It's part of Pirates of the Caribbean.
That one. You just posted a picture.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Got very quiet in here. Everything
The
okay?
call's been very, very quiet. We need more chatty people.
You do indeed. Been all quiet, sir.
How do you get into the cannon? I can't remember.
It's on your side.
I see you steer it, but
This controls on your side,
oh, I see.
the left side.
Do one of you guys want someone to stream so you can watch? Like, do you want to watch Evan stream? Dusty and Jargon and Ali.
Just say the word and I'll do it.
They say yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Evan.
Alright. I've not been paying attention, that's a mood right there. My legs are aching after that. Like 3 hours of running around today.
They're moving.
Okay, shut up. You're not funny.
I am funny, my mom told me so.
Uh-huh. And where is she now?
Dead.
Oh, that was actually really mean of me, I'm sorry.
Both of them, thank you. Where is she now? Dead. See, I am funny, but she really is dead.
Oh.
Oh man, that would hurt. That was like a bump.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah,
My
that
mom
was
would think that was pretty funny though, just saying.
That was a gut punch right there.
Yeah, but in all honesty, my mom would have laughed at that pretty hard, so.
There you go then.
Is little Meow Meow still around? Does anyone know?
No, he was killed
He gone.
by me.
It was like one of my favorite bots back in the day to play with was Little Meow. I think it was Little Meow Meow 50 or Little Meow Meow 54, something like that. We used to always like go look for him. I think I even named a Minecraft cat after him once.
Oh, I almost was awesome. I was almost cool. What the hell am I being blown up by? Oh god, my audio isn't working for this game today, so literally just can't hear anything. Let me see if I can... I'm having audio issues here. Let me see if I can... Oh, that's correct. Okay then. I don't know what else to do. Thanks, Fortnite. You're a well-designed game.
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing.
Can I press and hold with this gun? I actually can't. I'm in spam clicking, but maybe you can just hold it down. You can just hold it down. Okay, cool. Don't build your fancy pyramid, you loser. Just get out of here. Stop building boxes. No one's impressed. No one's impressed.
Stop ramming me with ships. No one's impressed.
Yeah. Stop shooting me with bullets. No one's impressed.
How did that miss? That should not have missed. You're such a loser, you gingerbread man. Oh my god. You actually make me want to bite my own, like, arm off. This, like, I literally can just smell like this KFC chicken grease coming off of this child.
That's my line, and you know it.
Oh yeah, oh yes it is! It is your line, I forgot.
I love that you said that. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, I do talk about grease a lot, but that's the first time I've made that combination. Yeah, I just realised, yeah, that's exactly where I've got it.
That's funny.
What? What did I even get hit by? Stop. Ratty. I'm down in a minute, Mom, for meal number 7. Nom nom. Killing more people in Fortnite. Nom 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 nom. Oh, Mom, can we put some sugar on the fries? You're right, girl. It's bad for your teeth, Billy. I've only got like 3 left. Nom 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 nom.
Remember a little bit ago when I was really quiet? We were like, it's too quiet.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Evan.
Yeah.
No, we missed you.
I know.
Poor Billy. He said Billy. He doesn't have teeth. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Fat Billy, yeah.
Oh, he's fat too.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning. He's fat.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah. I was like, come on. It's meal number 7 of the day. It's not even 1 PM yet, Mom. You're ahead of schedule. Not that I care. Nom 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 nom. I keep thinking there's a person gliding in this, but it's not. It's literally just like the directional audio showing me there's a paraglider. Like, just, oh my god, I hate this. I don't like huge games. They're not very epic if you ask me.
I had this stupid walk glitch where I'm just stuck in this stupid slow walk mode.
What, that Max Cowboy? Yeah, it just died to me. Yeah. So. Oh.
I actually eliminated
That guy-
someone named Oink Oink today. Not in this match, though.
That's a good name.
And we lost. I think
Amazing.
we lost every single game.
Yeah, I don't think we won a
did.
single one.
We're number 2. We're number 2. We get excited over losses, guys.
That sounds boring.
No, it's fun. We like losing. Dusty, you want to do your outro?
Sure. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with some more Fortnite with Skade. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Ring 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 ring
Peace
ring
out,
ring
Girl
ring
Scout. Ring, 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 ring.
ring 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 ring